Welcome to the First Light Newscast. I'm Talia Landry.
And I'm Melissa Hill.
The first step in the building of the casino took place on April 5th with a groundbreaking ceremony. Tribal members, politicians, and press were welcomed to the Taunton property to celebrate the official start of construction of the First Light Resort and Casino.
Hello everyone, how are you? I can't hear you. Hello everyone. You know, this was one of the tenants that were on this property that were a previous owner. Beautiful building, but nevertheless we're building something great here. And as you had the chance to see the great architectural renditions of First Light Resort and Casino, it's going to be a first-class, best-in-class, world-class destination resort casino right here. The first in the Commonwealth. The last shall be first, the first shall be last, and here we are, full circle.
And just so I understand, because of the trust land, you didn't need the approval of the State Gaming Commission?
You know, we have our own gaming commission. We have the Mashpee Tribe Gaming Commission. We're a federal sovereign nation. We are a country within the city of Taunton, and we're a federal sovereign. So we have our own gaming commission. We'll work collaboratively and cooperatively with them as long as they exchange the same type of respect. But we have our own gaming commission.
Yeah, I was making sure I understood the whole process.
Yeah, we have our own gaming commission, we have our own gaming authority. We're a federal sovereign nation. Under the Indian Gaming Regulatory Act of 1988, we have sovereign rights, and that's what we're doing here.
And
self-determination.
You mentioned the naysayers. There's still a pending federal lawsuit. What do you say to those people?
You know, hey, the sun's going to come out tomorrow. It's time for lunch. We're excited about today, and you know, hey, we're moving forward.
Well, it's a game changer for us in all of southeastern Massachusetts. Just for the city of Taunton, it means over $8 million a year in revenue, plus an additional 20 firefighters, 20 police officers that are going to be paid for by the tribe on a recurring basis each year. We're going to see a tremendous amount of infrastructure upgrades in our intersections, water and sewer. Just the economic multiplier for the whole region. It's just a tremendous opportunity. We're proud to be here today. But this is
Last week, the Massachusetts Gaming Commission voted 4-1 to deny a casino license to Mass Gaming and Entertainment, who are proposing to build a casino in Brockton, less than 20 miles from our First Light Resort and Casino site. This keeps the tribe not only on track to be the first destination resort casino to open in the state, but also we will now have Southeastern Mass as our own exclusive domain.
The Tarot Department hosted a job fair on April 9th at our Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe Community and Government Center. We were able to catch up with Angela Schwam, the Tarot Director at the fair.
I think it's going great. I think it's a huge success. I think we've had, so far our walk-in attendance is over 400 people. And our goal is to find a place and enroll for everybody and for people to explore the career opportunities that will be available by the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribal Nation. We're going to be participating in a $500 million construction project to get up our gaming site. We also have our operations side where we have our government center here with 95 employees and 30 employees at our IHS, Indian Health Service. And we have a huge room for growth. So we need to provide career opportunities and career training and make sure we connect the two to make sure that people have great jobs and meaning in their lives and have a rich and fulfilling life with a positive career. We have community colleges here, we have JAG Tech here, we have SCORE for our small business projects. We have 15 union tables here, getting ready to people to join and participate in unions for constructions. We have our operations side here, our security and our tribal police force. Now that we're a tribal nation, we have to have our own security and police force. We have 6 jobs in that. If you're a Native American, we can use Native preference to get you into those jobs. If you go to our Taunton Job Fair, which is upcoming in May, and you're a citizen from the Taunton area and a resident there, we can preference you as well. And we expect to be a large employer in the southeastern region. We expect to create a lot of job opportunities and a lot of business opportunities to support our gaming enterprise as well.
Well, the day's going great. I mean, this is our first tribal job fair here in Mashpee and here at our wonderful government center. And it's a great opportunity, as you can see, for tribal members to find out exactly what's available presently and also in the future with First Light Resort and Casino. So this is not only an opportunity to gather information, but it's also an opportunity for people to meet each other and begin the process of networking and also discover other opportunities that they may desire that they didn't know about before.
For anyone that's missed out, the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe Gaming Authority will be hosting another job fair in Taunton on May 14th from 11 to 4 p.m. at the Holiday Inn located at 700 Miles Standish Boulevard in Taunton. This fair is open to the public and is the first of several job and vendor fairs.
The Indian Museum held their 3rd annual Herring Day, where the tribal community welcomed the herring and celebrated the start of a new life. The kids learned all the ways a herring could be utilized and the traditional ways to prepare it. The day was filled with fun activities, ceremony, and smoked herring.
We can use every piece of the herring.
That's good.
Something.
You know, we're so special that we get to watch this progression every day. So I figured it would be really nice to have a gathering and just to let the kids know what the herring are and how special they are and why we celebrate them and why is it Wampanoag New Year. I made a stew with deer meat, what we would have this time of year. There's not a lot of greens or a lot of vegetables, so we had some dried squash, some hazelnuts, and wild onions, and we had some acorn flour that Paula Peters made this winter, and I put it in the freezer to save it for a special occasion, just like today. And what else did we have? We had chowders made, and lots of cornbread, and lots of love, and lots of the community coming together. And I'm really excited about the involvement with the youth group, the young ladies of Mashpee. I'm so proud of them. They really pitched in when we really needed the help the most, because we wouldn't have been able to put off all these activities if it wasn't for them. And also from the different departments, NRD, Natural Resource Department, Tony Perry, Casey, our new director was incredible and very, they really wanted to help, especially when it comes to the kids, which was great. They were the ones that really spearheaded most of the activities and really organized that part, which is always helpful.
Even Aunt Joan stopped by to share some traditional stories.
It shows that that's a female heron. Okay, and
so it was just really fun. A lot of people came out, and I really appreciate that.
Also, environmental activist and comedian Dallas Goldtooth was in town and indulged in our Honoring the Heron event after a few days of workshops. He sat on a panel with Ramona Peters, Chiefy Mills, and Buddy Pocknett to discuss Indigenous environmental issues.
On April 14th, the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe and the Barnstable County Sheriff completed an MOU for law enforcement services. The tribe will have civil and criminal jurisdiction over trust lands and tribal citizens. Under the agreement, the sheriff agrees to cooperate and provide law enforcement assistance to the tribe upon request of tribal law enforcement and when resources permit. It also notes that the tribe agrees to cooperate and provide a prompt decision to request for consent for the entry of sheriff deputies in the event that a crime occurs on tribal lands that fall under the jurisdiction of the state or during a fresh pursuit of sheriff deputies. The tribal law enforcement officers are the only persons authorized to provide consent to the sheriffs under this MOU.
The Mashpee 9 production team released the official trailer for the documentary on their IndieGoGo launch to fundraise money in order to finish the production.
From this place, we're at the top of Mashpee River, at the head of the river on Mashpee Pond, up on the hill, which was, you know, the ancient center of Mashpee, and I am a Mashpee. So I had every right to be there, of course.
I remember their voices very clearly. It was like healing. We were all transported into the past.
Well, that light was shining and they were coming into it. They were recognizing it, and people of all ages were reconnecting to that old Indian spirit that had been, they had been trying to put out that light for a long, long time, but we rekindled it, and it really did affect the community.
The drum was very important because we started talking about what it meant, heartbeat of the people. That rang really strong to everybody and goes, this is who we are.
Something's happening here. This is not what it has been before.
And then they came out of the woods with riot gear, and shields, long billy clubs like that, and it was just like a mess after that.
Half asleep. By the time I'm awake,
All right, we got you.
I'm handcuffed, you know, being manhandled. If anybody should have been charged with assault, it wasn't me, it was the other side.
The last thing the guy did, he said something wise, a bunch of whatever. He took a can of mace and he just sprayed and filled the whole back of it and closed it.
That was great. So, Tal, you're part of the production team. Can you tell us a little bit more about the IndieGoGo project?
Well, the IndieGoGo is a fundraiser that you could donate through online, like the Kickstarter that we had last summer. This is more for the post-production stuff, so editing, any sort of reshooting that we want to do, any premiere that we want to do, which we definitely do. We want to get it on the big screen. We want the story to be shared. So any donation could help, $5, $2, whatever you can spare. We can really appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. And do you know maybe when the documentary is ready to be aired?
Well, we are still planning to air it on the 40th anniversary, which is around powwow time. So because everybody will be here for powwow and all of that fun stuff, we're going to try and do it the Thursday before powwow weekend. And hopefully we'll do it at Cape Cod Community College because we're having some communication there. And they're really excited about it. So we're hoping that we can raise enough funds to actually do it there.
Okay, thank you. And now we're going to head over to Kobe for a youth update.
Thanks, Melissa. The Mashpee Wampanoag Youth Council has postponed their ball till further notice. I'll get back to you on more on that. In other news, the Mashpee Wampanoag Language Program is hosting Meekin Summer Camp. Registration is open and slots are filling up quick, so make sure you get there. And that's all I have for you today for the youth update. Back to you, Melissa.
The Old Indian Meeting House Committee is holding the annual Wampanoag New Year celebration on May 14th at 11 a.m. and at the Meeting House, and wishes to invite the community and newborn babies for a welcoming into the tribe. Following the service, everyone is invited to the Mashpee Wampanoag Tribe Community and Government Center for drumming, singing, native crafts, and a potluck luncheon.
Calling all Native artisans, it's that time of year again. The Mashpee Wampanoag Indian Museum is hosting their second annual Artisan Festival, and they are looking for interested vendors. The festival will take place on July 24th from 11 to 4 p.m. at the Veterans Memorial Park on the corner of Great Neck Road North and Route 130. You can find vendor applications at the museum, on their Facebook page, or at the tribe's Community and Government Center. For more information, contact Kitty Hendricks Miller at ghendricks@mwtribe.com or give her a call at 508-477-9339.
Also, the museum is hosting their third annual Strawberry Thanksgiving on June 18th from 11 to 4. Bring the family for a fun-filled day of open fire cooking demonstrations, corn husk doll crafts, and native games as we give thanks for the first fruit of the season. In other news, Mashpee town elections are coming up on May 17th, and some tribal members are running for seats. Trish Kelly Inui is running as a write-in for Select Woman, Marie Stone for Town Moderator, Brian Whedon for Library Trustee, Jonah Vant for School Committee, David Whedon for the Planning Board, and Maria Turner from the Nipmuc Nation is also running for the School Committee. So if you're a registered voter in the town of Mashpee, make sure you save the date to support your fellow tribal members in efforts to protect and preserve Mashpee's natural resources and its future.
2 tribal members recently left the physical world to join our ancestors.
Ryan J. Scott Strongbear passed away peacefully at home on April 6, 2016. He was a natural athlete who excelled at both football and basketball. Most recently, Ryan found his passion in writing and performing music and spending time with his family. Ryan is predeceased by his beloved grandfather, Prince Scott. He leaves behind his beloved fiancée, Suzanne Green, survived by his sons DeAndre and Trenton Scott, mother Darlene, father Michael Rose, brothers Tracy and Kobe Howerton, sister Kendall Scott, aunt Rita Scott, and grandmother Bonnie Scott. He was also survived by his great aunts and uncles, cousins, and friends. You can support efforts of purchasing Ryan's headstone through his family's GoFundMe.
Deborah Costa Lopes passed away peacefully on April 21st, 2016 at the Falmouth Hospital, surrounded by her loving family. She started her lifelong career as a CNA at Pilgrim Pride. She was a loving, charismatic woman who enjoyed the simple pleasures in life and adored her family. Deborah is predeceased by her daughter Angel Lopes, sister Nadine Peters, and father Aniba Rudy Costa. She leaves behind her mother, Natalie Costa, her children, Preston McNeil, Frederick and Brad Lopes, and is also her siblings, Colleen Barros, Linda Costa, Vicky Wakanabo, Denise Costa, Janice Costa, Juanita DeVoe, Cindy Costa, and Aniba Costa Jr. May their spirits continue to watch over our tribal family. And that's it for our April edition of First Light Newscast. Catch us next month for more news coverage and upcoming events.
If you have any announcements you wish to be covered, contact me at talialandry23@gmail.com or MTV's General Manager Bill Ney at bill@mashpeetv.com.
See you next time.